Michelangelo's other earliest known work is called the Madonna of the Stairs, for pretty obvious reasons. It represents this monumental figure of the Virgin Mary who fills nearly the entire space, and this Christ child on her lap who was just finished nursing, and in the process falling asleep. In fact, in many ways, it's this Madonna of the Stairs image that kind of prefigures one of Michelangelo's most famous pieces, and that is his Pietà. Here she holds an infant, later she would hold the body of her dead adult son instead. But what is perhaps most extraordinary about this relief sculpture is the technique that Michelangelo is employing. It's called rilievo schiacciato, which literally translates as flattened or squished relief. Okay? Traditionally, when we talk about relief sculpture, we talk about 3 different degrees of relief sculpture. There is high relief, right, where the figures jump off the surface of the stone. There is low relief, when the figures are essentially very close to the plane of the surface from which they're being carved. And then appropriately, what comes in between is called middle relief. Well, rilievo schiacciato is flatter than flat. It's flatter than low relief. In fact, at certain points, it almost becomes incision. And what is perhaps most extraordinary about this piece is this illusion of depth, of continuous space that Michelangelo has created on a slab of marble that is only about an inch thick. The big question, of course, is why is Michelangelo working in relief at an early age, right? He is a sculptor that most of us associate with sculpture in the round, sculpture that's meant to be seen from all sides and freestanding. Well, it seems that when Michelangelo was a young man, he had a rather large chip on his shoulder, constantly being compared to the greatest sculptor of the 15th century, whose name was Donatello. And Donatello was the inventor of this technique of flattened relief. In fact, he used it for the first time in the predella of his sculpture of St. George. So what it shows us is this young, proud artist in Michelangelo who is essentially showing the world, look, not only can I carve as well as Donatello, but I can beat him at his own game and using the very technique that he invented, this rilievo schiacciato.